Here's a number that should make you furious. Since 1973, American workers became 240% more productive. Your wages? Up 14%. If you're working harder than your parents did, but can't afford what they could, that's not in your head. The question isn't why wages didn't rise. The question is who decided they wouldn't, and where all that money went. Let's go back. In the decades after World War II, American workers had leverage. Strong unions, labor protections, a social contract that said if the company does well, you do well. When productivity rose 10%, wages rose 10%. One income could buy a house, raise kids, retire with dignity. That wasn't magic, that wasn't charity, that was policy, labor law, tax structure, corporate regulation. And then someone changed the rules. Starting in the late 1970s, the system was quietly redesigned. Union membership collapsed from 35% to 10% of workers. Labor protections were gutted. Reagan fired striking air traffic controllers, sent a message. Trade deals prioritized capital. Corporations could move freely, workers couldn't. Executive pay exploded. CEO compensation went from 20x to 350x average worker salary. Stock buybacks replaced raises. Companies spent trillions rewarding shareholders instead of employees. Companies didn't stop making money, they made more money, they just stopped sharing it. So where did all that productivity gain go? Not to the people producing it, to shareholders. Quarterly returns became the only metric that mattered. To executives, stock options made CEOs rich when they cut labor costs. To financial institutions, Wall Street profits while Main Street flatlines. You're working harder, producing more value, and someone else is cashing the check. Now here's where it gets cynical. When you notice you're struggling despite record profits, what do you hear? It's globalization, nothing we can do. It's immigrants taking jobs. It's technology replacing workers. Millennials are just lazy. Notice what all those explanations have in common? They avoid talking about power. Automation didn't steal your wage growth. Ownership structures did. Immigration didn't suppress your pay. Union busting did. Globalization didn't hollow out your town. Corporate executives deciding to move factories did. When workers can't bargain collectively, wages fall. That's not ideology, that's just math. Anyone who tells you wages stagnated because of other workers, immigrant, foreign, younger, whatever, is pointing you sideways. The real story is who captured the value you created, and that's a policy choice, which means it can be changed. Next video, why record job numbers don't mean what politicians claim. Subscribe if you want the full economic picture, not the PR version.